Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen, welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do a recipe out of this cocktail book. This is the 1887 version of Jerry Thomas's Bartender's Guide or How to Mix Drinks. And we're going to do the Martinez Cocktail, which a lot of people point to as an early martini. And the interesting thing about this particular cocktail is that Jerry Thomas tells you to shake it. So I'm going to do it two ways today. I'm going to shake it and I'm going to stir it. Because today, everybody would stir a martini, and there's a lot of ink spilled over the correct way to do this. And so we start out with Old Tom Gin, and I'm using an ounce. The amounts in the Jerry Thomas book are subject to interpretation, depending on what you think he was doing. So I'm going to go for an ounce, and then he calls for vermouth, but he doesn't say whether it's sweet vermouth or dry vermouth. But going by what's in the rest of his book, everyone seems to think that it's a sweet Italian vermouth. Now he calls for 2 dashes of maraschino, although some people take me to task when I say maraschino and say it's maraschino, and when I say maraschino they say it's maraschino. So I don't know which is which. I think one refers to the cherry and one refers to the liqueur. So I'm just going to take a bar spoon and put that in. This is going to be a very sweet drink. And Boker's bitters. 1 dash of Boker's bitters. And a dash, I know. At the beginning of this book, he talks about it, and a dash is almost meaningless. So into the shaker, I'm going to put 2 lumps of ice, as he calls for. And we'll shake this up. Okay, so I've got 2 cocktail glasses iced. Take out the ice, and we will pour the first one. And we'll ice the one in our mixing glass. Spilled. And they both get a lemon wedge. So there you have the Martinez.
Ooh.
Hey, Jules.
Hi friends.
The Martinez, an early take on a martini.
Same? Different?
Same ingredients, different method.
Okay.
So in the book, Jerry says to shake it for all it's worth, pretty much. So you have the stirred version.
Squozen?
Squozen, definitely squozen. My.
So that's really quite sweet.
Yes.
But
really
it's quite pleasant.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Again, sweet, not fruity sweet, but just sweet.
Mm-hmm.
This one's colder.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can tell the difference is this one's distinctly colder, which I think I prefer.
It dulls some of the sweetness a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah. This one, well, so you would get, it's colder, but it would also be more diluted from the ice.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's it. A little opened up with a little bit more water.
So if you ever go to a Scotch tasting, they always say if you put a little water in it, opens up the flavors.
I actually really like a little drop in.
Yeah, because it takes away some of the alcohol burn a little bit, doesn't it? I don't know. I would. I think you're right. I would take the shaken version.
Now that being said, did you use big cubes or little cubes when you stirred it?
I used big cubes.
So increase the surface area. Use little cubes. Might be a different.
Okay, I kind of like that.
All right, so
It's definitely-
we agree.
It's definitely not a martini. So if you're ordering a martini today in a bar, you're probably not getting anything close to this. But I think this is a fantastic cocktail on its own. Definitely worth a try. So from the Jerry Thomas Bartender's Guide, a very interesting little book because there are very few cocktails in it.
What's a lot of stories?
A lot of punches. A lot of information on how to run your bar, and information on how to adulterate the alcohol to make it more palatable. So, thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.